Welcome traders to yet another episode of Nifty Short Term View, episode number 26. Now we are looking at the daily and the hourly charts of Nifty futures. On the left hand side I have the daily chart, and on the right hand side I have the hourly charts of Nifty futures. And if you are already a person who is watching my educational videos consistently, then in the video which I shared on Sunday, I had clearly told that we are near a stiff resistance band in Nifty and Bank Nifty futures. In fact, the entire market was near that stiff resistance band. In Nifty futures, that resistance band is from 17,400 to 17,530, and we can see suddenly a sell-off today. Today Nifty futures closed almost 163 points down, and Bank Nifty futures closed down by 339 points down, right? And I had clearly mentioned that if on Monday or maybe in a couple of days, if there is a little bit of profit booking or some sort of consolidation, I will not be surprised at all. And I think if you see properly, market has just moved the way as expected. First thing is that. Now, after today's move, I think many of you are thinking that is this entire pullback which is happening since last few days, is it over or not? क्या ये pullback जो काफी दिन से चल रहा है वो pullback खत्म हो गया? I'm pretty sure all of you are thinking about this. So let's get into this video without wasting any time, and I hope this entire video will be helpful for you. But to take advantage of this educational video, you have to watch from the start to the end. If you skip in between, आपको उतना फायदा नहीं होगा. All right. So first thing to see in the daily chart is that today's candle is a negative candle. It is a bearish belt hold. All right. And if you combine this particular bearish candle in combination with yesterday's candle, which was in the Friday's candle, it's a bearish engulfing pattern. All right. And this bearish engulfing pattern is coming up at a point where the resistance band is pretty strong enough. The trend is still flat. We don't have a downtrend in the daily chart. Neither we have a downtrend in the hourly chart. In fact, दोनों ही time frame में हमको flat trend मिल रहा है. But if I look at the 15 minutes time frame, if we look at the 15 minutes time frame, and if you look closely, I will convert this chart into a line chart, and what we can see, we have a lower low in price. यानी कि price में हमको lower low मिल रहा है, and we have a higher low in RSI. All right, we have a higher low in RSI. This is the sign of positive divergence. All right, so in case if there is some sort of small pullback, very minute pullback tomorrow, just a small up move tomorrow, I will not be surprised. All right, now let's come back to the hourly chart and understand what's happening in the hourly time frame chart. In the hourly time frame chart, the trend is flat, and we can see somewhere over here this entire black color band, which you can see from 17,065 to 16,870. This entire band is a decent strong support for Nifty futures in the short term. So सबसे पहले until and unless, जब तक प्राइस इसके नीचे सस्टेन नहीं होता, until and unless price doesn't start sustaining below 16,870, there is no question of a new sell-off starting. Until and unless Nifty futures do not sustain below 16,870, there is no point of thinking of a big sell-off. कोई possibility नहीं है, because what is happening, यहाँ ऊपर में daily chart पे हमको एक resistance band है, नीचे में we can see there is a support band. Generally when we have a resistance band and below we have a support band, that is the time generally when most of the trades will not work out. And in case if I add volatility on the top of that, which is already very high, so then it could become a very good time to lose money. In fact, आपके बहुत सारे stop losses हो भी सकते हैं, and probably those stop losses could be bigger. So trade less. First of all, let the proper levels get broken down in case if you want to go short or something. And even if you want to go long, this is certainly not a point to go long, because market पूरा run up होके थक चुका है and we are near a resistance band. Let the resistance band first be taken off by the price itself confidently, then we can think of going long in the market or something like that. As of now, it doesn't make sense. Let's wait patiently. Now let me show you the bank nifty future. In bank nifty future also, if you look, the trend currently is flat in the hourly time frame chart. In the daily time frame chart, I'm sorry. In the hourly time frame also, if you look properly, the trend is completely flat. And if you look at the candlestick pattern over here, this is also a bearish engulfing pattern, and this bearish engulfing pattern has come up at a resistance band. So this is a good sign for bears, no doubt about that. But again, if you see properly, in the daily chart from 36,983 or 984 to 36,601, this is a resistance band. And in the hourly chart, again, we have a support band from 35,656 to 35,405. So again, मेरे हिसाब से जब तक बैंक निफ्टी फ्यूचर्स इस पूरे सपोर्ट बैंड को तोड़ नहीं देता, इसके नीचे आर्ली चार्ट में सस्टेन नहीं कर लेता, it doesn't sustain below this in the hourly chart. Until and unless that doesn't happen, it is pointless to go short for a swing trade. One should wait very, very patiently. Even if you're thinking to go long, please wait patiently, because this is not a very good time to go long. Okay, price tomorrow, it might gap up in case if there is a gap up, gap down, because before few days I had told you that the series of gap up, gap downs will keep happening in the market, and you can see market is just dancing to that music. So if there is a gap up tomorrow or something of maybe 100, 200 point, doesn't make sense to go long like that. Have patience, let the price surpass important resistance level, and then probably consolidate, and then if you can see some sort of participation, only then it will be a good time to go long. And do not forget, my friends, participation in the bank nifty futures has been really bad in terms of volume, because the same thing I had shared with all of you in the weekly sectoral analysis just on Sunday, that the price is going up in bank nifty futures, even in nifty futures, but participation has been very low. You can see price is going up, but the volume is coming down. So this is not a very confident sign, or not a very confidence giving sign to any trader who is thinking of going long in Nifty or bank nifty futures. Just if one looks at the 15-minute chart, just to understand, there is no positive divergence over here. There is no positive divergence which we saw in the Nifty futures, but this particular cluster might provide some sort of support over here. So again, according to me, market is still continuing to trade between a resistance and a support band, and some sort of consolidation for next few days is probable. And in between that, if some important levels are taken off by the market, समझ लीजिए कि ऊपर का या नीचे का कोई भी लेवल एक टूटता है, and then if consistent buying or consistent selling is visible in the market, only then it makes sense to trade in the market. Otherwise, trade very, very less, stay light in your trading portfolio. And one question which I would like to ask all of you, kindly answer to that question with your comments below. How do you find my videos? And if many of you are following me on Twitter, you must be seeing that many times I'm posting views on Twitter. All right. I'll be sharing my link of my Twitter handle below. Okay. So you can just cross check that. And you'll be seeing many times I share views. Today I had shared a swing trade view about Hindalco on my Twitter handle. I was just thinking that what if, rather than just sharing views on Twitter, I would share it on YouTube. So people who are following me on YouTube, even they could benefit, and then I could share this educational video back on Twitter. Just let me know with your comments so I can take an appropriate decision. And I hope this particular educational video has helped you. Do share with other people who would find it useful as well. Trade less, trade wisely. Thank you.